Welcome back to a chaotic episode of Care for Boys. We cannot afford to stop filming, so here we are setting up our lunch for the day. We are having a new Vietnamese place because freaking Kwan doesn't like the other one we get.
It sucks!
Why does it suck? How? It's so good!
This one's better, Kwan?
This is better be mind-blowing.
He doesn't know if it's better. This
We're gambling today.
Do you speak Vietnamese?
Yeah. What the f?
I thought you were Chinese.
What the? What the?
Well, aren't you technically Chu Chow, you said?
Yeah. Chow, bro.
Why are we going back in our friendship and starting over, guys?
You're Chu Chow.
Wait, Joe, are you Japanese?
Nope.
Joe, are you from SUV?
No. Man, I ain't Japanese. I'm f***ing Latino.
Wait, where did Nick go?
Do you identify as Latino?
I should. Because, think about it, alright? If I spent most of my life around Mexicans and I ate more Mexican food than I ate Japanese food.
Bro, yeah.
And I've only been to Japan like under 10 times. I've probably been to Mexico more. What does that make me?
I identify as Filipino Hispanic.
If I had to identify with what my upbringing is, it'd probably be Korean Filipino.
What the fuck? Not even Chinese?
No, that's mainly Cerritos, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's definitely Shadow Oak.
To be completely honest, I'm almost the same way.
Right?
Korean and Filipino, like those are, that's my chosen
That
family.
whole area, like Cyprus, Buena Park, Cerritos, it's like Korean Filipino.
I grew up very Chinese and Vietnamese from the household point of view.
Yeah.
And I grew up very Korean Filipino from like the friends or school point of view.
Yes, friends from school.
Especially when you were in college, dude.
Dude, and high school.
Dude, what are you guys talking about? We're just American with a fucking identity crisis.
You know how you're Vietnamese?
Yeah, I am.
Like,
I'm Vietnamese.
Based on like the cultures that you were exposed to most, would you identify as something different a little bit? Like for me, I would say I'm Filipino Hispanic because I grew up in Downey.
Dude, Kwan is Vietnamese all the way. He's like 200%.
I'm Vietnamese American.
Kwan's not even American.
Because I watched a lot of American movies growing up.
What about Japanese? You watch a lot of Japanese shit. You consume more anime than Vietnamamese shows.
I started doing that in my adult years, so
But it caught up already.
I developed
Caught up because you nerd out.
I developed my love for the Japanese culture later.
When's the last time you went to a Vietnamese film festival? You've been going to Anime Con.
Yeah, you don't show no respect to your own roots.
I don't see you at a Paris by Night show. Oh, I've been to some Vietnamese shit for sure.
You go to Paris by Night?
He ain't a real Vietnamese. But I've been to a lot of Vietnamese things.
Hey, you're not real Vietnamese, Kwan. That's what he said.
Hey, where's the vegetables?
Hey, have you ever been to a Tuan An concert?
Man, you want to get stabbed? Yeah.
You ever seen Tuan An?
No, I don't go to concerts like that.
Oh my God! Look at this, a bag of vegetables.
If I was Vietnamese, I would be so in the concert scene because the Vietnamese concerts look fun as fuck.
Dude, Vietnamese. Who got Thai tea?
all out. Ryan did.
I did.
You got your Thai tea yet?
Yeah, but I got it for free.
You got one, man?
I got one now. No. Do you get one?
I did.
No.
You want one?
You want one?
I didn't see my real first Vietnamese until I was like 15. Because I had two other Vietnamese, but they were fake.
How are they paid?
Well, one of them was rich.
That's the funniest fuck.
One of them was rich. His name was Jeff Bowie. This fool in 4th grade had fucking private private tennis lessons and shit.
Private? Did he have his own court in his house?
Oh yeah, I'll take
Well, I don't know, but during PE he would destroy and he would brag about how he had private tennis lessons.
Wait, so when tennis lessons are not private, how are they run?
Oh, I don't even know. But then that's what I didn't even know there were Vietnamese refugees because of Jeff Bowie. And then
You didn't know there were Vietnamese refugees?
until I came to the SGV when I was 15. Yeah, everyone, because you know how there's like this like unspoken Asian hierarchy.
Yep.
So
And
I-
Japanese are at the top. Remember that.
So I remember, I thought Vietnamese were at the top of it, or like near the top,
The worst.
Oh, because of the buoys?
because of the buoy, and then
But how did they get so rich in one gen?
Cause they wear booyah.
Booyah!
and then my
Booyah!
and then in Boy Scouts there's like this 6th grader that was also Vietnamese, and then his dad was like one of the assistant scoutmasters. They're just very Americanized.
Oh, they're integrated.
So I was like, oh dude, if you guys are integrated, you guys are like,
There's probably top dogs.
yeah, you guys are top dogs for sure.
Interesting.
Integrated.
I didn't know what a Vietnamese was. My friend was Vietnamese, but I kept calling him Chinese. So I was no different from my Mexican friends, calling all Asians Chinese.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty much like similar, but
Did you know a lot of rich Vietnamese people back in the day?
Yeah, rich to me, but that's because I was
How did they get
poor.
rich? How did they get rich like so quickly?
Vietnamese people who got rich got into car dealerships.
drug dealing.
No, not dealerships. Sorry, real estate.
Wow.
Multi-level marketing and
2x2, dude.
what else did they do? And like some random niche stuff, like business. It was business.
Always business, huh?
Yeah. Somebody would be like, oh, like, yeah, this person owns like 3 pho restaurants, or this person owns like the electronics store that sells this many TVs or whatever.
Did your parents ever know of anybody that was in the dry cleaning business that made it big?
No.
Hey, do you think Vietnamese people came up from fraud too, like owning the drug?
Like Armenians?
it. We didn't say it.
Because you know how like
Professional con artists.
the government would like give out certain like money, like food stamps and like whatever, just shit from government programs. Do you think like a lot of Asian people came up from?
I think I saw it more in Chinese tax evasion than anything else.
I mean, no.
I think I saw Chinese tax evasion more than Vietnamese fraud of any sort.
Yeah.
I think Asians are good at fraud, but they're so good they don't get caught as much as other races, so it looks like they don't do it as much.
Asians are fucking good at
They just keep it in the community pretty good.
Even those like mom and pop VHS stores, they're replicating those videos. Like none of them are like the official licensed video. They'll get one video and then they duplicate 20 of them.
Yeah.
So that's technically all fraud.
Yeah, and the fraud they choose to get into is a little bit smarter.
It's helping the world.
Well, it's also a pain in the ass to take it down. Like, who's really gonna fight for, you know, like if they're bootlegging Nintendo games right now,
Yeah.
like they have to wait for Nintendo to do it. They don't. The government won't do it. They gotta wait for like the brands to come after them. That's why like right now you see so much bootleg video game shit on even Amazon, because there's like too much trouble.
It's too much trouble, man.
Bootleg video games on Amazon?
Yes, well, you can buy this shit on Amazon. Your arcade thing.
Yeah.
That used to be,
That's what those little Game Boys are now.
and it used to be so illegal that you had to be like a nobody to
Hey,
sell these.
don't call out my fraud.
No, I got the same fraud, bro.
Yeah, I didn't realize those retro arcade things were all like,
They're all like heavy trademark infringement. Like,
and everyone is just buying them and selling them.
but then you know what it takes to get all those IPs to cooperate and sue you? Like, there's no way.
Like half of them aren't even around anymore, especially the old games, right?
I think every, I guess like ethnicity finds their
Scam?
but they're good one. You know what I mean? Like the smog shops. Like the Mexicans in Huntington Park with the smog shops.
Yeah.
That's fucking genius.
Which ones?
The way that they
What's the
rotate,
racket?
they rotate shops. So
The
it's
Mexican ones in Huntington.
like they'll have like 6 shops, for instance, and they all work together. As soon as they get caught,
Somebody stole my line, man.
they rotate ownership, and they put it under the name of their aunt or uncle.
Wow. So then they don't get caught?
Well, you can get caught all you want. They just take away your certificate. You just put it on somebody else. I don't know if they can still do it that way now, but that's what my neighbor told me. He was helping me out. That they just rotate.
That's
But
nice.
I think the game changed a lot. California kind of cracked down.
What's
on
the
it.
what's the
It's not so
Filipino
easy.
fraud?
Care homes.
Care home.
And I'm honestly ashamed to say it because I have family that are in care homes. But it's a lot.
How's that a fraud? Like,
how do you
how do they fraud it?
Because once you get someone old enough, you know the amount of shit they can sign over to you, and no one would know.
Oh, that's why like they found like people that are 150 years old still collecting Social Security and shit.
I don't. Oh, maybe.
Are you talking about like power of attorney type shit? Like you just sign all like rights, all.
You can get someone's land. You can get someone's inheritance. You can like take all kinds of shit, and also you could just not take care of them and just be paid a premium from the family that doesn't care.
Wow.
You know, they put them in a care home. It's already a message enough that like, oh, I can get away with a lot of shit.
But Filipinos are so caring though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's exactly why it's a good scam.
Because you believe it.
Yeah, because they're working on a positive stereotype that's enforced by a different subset of people.
And it's also like a marginalized group of people anyway. And a lot of like people kind of forget about old folks.
Imagine how easy it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I hate old people.
Like yeah, they kind of do react that way though.
yeah. The elderly are very easy to scam. It's very sad, but it's a true thing.
What's up, guys? We got some new offerings for you on our Patreon. As you guys know, Can be deleting footage all the time. We got missing episodes, and now we can get things from Can's recycle bin, but we're gonna release those episodes exclusively on Patreon.
Somehow He found this footage, and a lot of times it is some of our best stuff.
Yeah.
So sign up to our Patreon to check out Can's Recycle Bin.
Also, we got another good one for you. It's called the JK Time Capsule. So if you've been a fan for a very long time, or if you're new to this channel, you're gonna be like, yo, there's these videos that were like really great, but where did they go? Well, we had to private them because of all these changes on YouTube. But I know some of you guys are still asking for them because they had some great jokes. They had some great memories. So we're gonna re-release those, but only for our Patreon.
Yeah, because they're really good videos, but they're not too YouTube friendly. So if you sign up for the Patreon, you can watch those videos.
But not only that, we're gonna have exclusive access for just our Patreoners to our Discord, where you can chat with us, you can ask us questions, but most importantly, you guys can also submit your topics and everything, and we'll be using those as videos for JKN.
So whatever burning question or issue or anything that you wanted us to comment on and you want to see our perspective on, or even a topic that you would love to hear us just banter on, join our Patreon and you can ask them in our Discord.
So the link is gonna be in our description box below. So see you soon on the Patreons.
Adios.
I saw this one video, I think I sent it to you, of this nurse, and she just was making videos and TikToks of her sitting on her patients who were like in comas and shit. Yeah. She's sitting on their heads and she's like dancing.
Did she get in trouble?
TikTok? She's doing a TikTok?
Was it funny?
That's a good original concept.
They should kill her. They should kill her ass.
I don't know. I don't remember. She wasn't Filipino.
Was it?
She wasn't Filipino.
You're not. I don't think you'll ever see a Filipino doing dumb shit like that. They're pretty.
American.
They're
That's
pretty
the most American
quiet
shit
with their
I've ever
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for every care home that's bad, there's a dozen that are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But
No, absolutely.
Like-
there's always pockets.
But it's so hard to find them.
Because I feel like every 6 months or so, there's always like a story or a series of stories of like old people getting their like stuff stolen from like the people in the caretaking home. Like you hear that story all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
here it comes again.
It's gotten to the point where that happened to my own family from a Filipino care home.
No way.
They got land from one of my great aunts.
They scammed your aunt?
Yeah, so it's like Filipino on Filipino, like kind of.
Damn, but usually crime does happen within the same community.
That's
though.
the highest rate that it'll happen.
Yeah, like everybody, they
to each other.
yeah, they do it to themselves and shit. Like,
Yeah,
That's so sad.
Because a lot
yeah,
of
you should do it
older-
to strangers.
A lot of older Filipino people have land back in the Philippines.
Oh.
Damn, that's like practically untraceable.
Yeah.
And a lot of those kids, like, sad to say, they're not gonna come around again to the care home until that person's dead. And once they get there, then they're like,
Then
who
they'll find
signed
out.
this? Like, why is this signed?
It's already too late.
Like, that was supposed to go to me. You know? It's almost, in a way, a perfect crime because you still do your job on the outside, but on the inside, like, you're dealing with people that have very little care to check you on your things.
Do you have land in the Philippines?
My family has a lot of that.
They do? Oh, that's cool.
But they have it in provinces that are not, like, necessarily, like, the highest valued.
Oh, the main ones?
No, not at all.
Where is it so we can steal it?
I'm gonna be a caretaker.
Freaking Palilio.
Oh, Palilio.
Yeah.
Oh.
I dropped my chopstick.
What's the Korean scam?
Graphic design.
Isn't the Armenian one like check wire fraud or check fraud or something?
And the car insurance, no?
Yeah, something like that.
Car insurance, I hear, is a good
And
one.
I heard that from Armenian people. That's not me making it up.
They put us on game.
How does that one work?
I don't know.
Well, they like,
They crashed the car
yeah.
with their friends.
And then itemize all the stuff that was damaged. You gotta go to the chiropractor. You gotta figure out your.
So they'll crash their own car into their friend's car?
I think so. I made it up. It sounds feasible. That's the most likely.
No, it doesn't because one person will lose.
The one homie.
No, the insurance would pay both of them.
Yeah. They get it to where the insurance pays both.
One's at fault though.
So like, it'll be in a situation where, okay, I got hit by somebody. I got hit by somebody. It's their fault. You come to me. I'm the mechanic or whatever. I'll say that there's this much money in damages. It's not really that much, and then we'll split it. And you'll say you have all these like.
I understand that, but then the at-fault person still has to.
Not if you.
Not if you go through insurance. Insurance pays it. You don't pay out of pocket.
Also, you know how like when you get hit from behind, it's always the other person's fault. What if you both backed into each other? Whose fault is it then?
Damn, see, that's next level Vietnamese.
4D braining it, dude.
They're gonna put dash cams and everything now.
Yeah.
Like they both were like backing out from parking, and they're like, "Oh shit!"
Next level
boom.
Vietnamese mind right here.
All right, I guess it's nobody's fault.
I saw a really cool fraud that
A really cool fraud.
yeah, it's actually pretty impressive because it's very hard to like take it down. But these dudes, and I think in this example they were Armenian, they were making listings for cars that were for sale online. But the listing was for a car that really did exist at a dealership that wasn't associated with it.
Whoa. That's crazy.
So when you check if it's a fraud and you look up like the info, you do see it, and the place does show up on the map. But the sad part is that once they send that money to like the deposit for the car, and they don't get the car, and then they call the dealership number, the guy is like, "What are you talking about? Like I didn't even sell that car." But the car is real, the VIN is real, all that stuff is real. It seems like a very like bonehead simple thing, but that's just people don't do the due diligence enough, you know what I mean? Isn't that crazy? That's so easy. Like you just see an object and you make a listing for it. You don't know it. It's like the classic Brooklyn Bridge thing.
One of our friends, she was trying to rent an apartment, and she thought she was talking to the property manager, and the property manager, quote unquote, had keys. They were like, "Hey, here's a spot. Check it out. Yeah, go ahead." Played it all well. They sign whatever contracts there is, I don't know, right? She pays her the deposit. She shows up to moving day. She's like, "Yeah, you can come move on this day." She's moving. The door doesn't open.
Wow.
Trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Turns out that person doesn't own the building at all.
Wow.
And I think it was a friend of the owner, right? So they got the keys and they played this whole racket where they're like, they're gonna rent your shit, and then they dipped out. They put the deposit down, everything.
So the friend of the owner screwed the owner too?
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
That person that was showing the house could have potentially been scamming the owner. Like, we don't know who the
Dude,
owner
so how do you catch them? Like, they just get away with it?
is. They dipped out.
Dude, I heard there was also like a credit check scam when you're trying to rent houses. They make you go through credit checks, and then they'll be like, "Oh, sign up for this website, sign up for that website, get your credit score report, whatever." But the scam is them getting like the sign-on bonus or whatever for them making an account to check their credit and getting their credit card info and whatever, their social and all that. And then when the time comes to get approved, like they just dip.
Wow.
So they already got all this info on you. They already got their bonus for you making an account and whatever.
Wow.
That's another one.
Telegram had a really good thing going for a while. I think maybe a lot of people wised up to it. But let's say you get on Telegram and you get on one of those. They took this feature away, but you would just go to like near me and you see people using Telegram near you. Probably like every fifth name that you see is actually like a dealer of some kind of like narcotic or guns.
Wow.
They tell you they can get you anything, all these illegal substances or whatever. They can get you clone cards, which are the kind where you're just like using, you're doing credit card fraud. But like almost all of them, if any of them, they're all people trying to take your card info.
Damn.
They're not really gonna give you shit.
They're all scammers.
So it's like the perfect fucking.
Yeah.
So imagine people that don't really know and they finally get Telegram because they heard you could buy weed or they heard you can buy like whatever. And then they try to buy all this stuff. And the list is very explicit. It's like tells you every type of drug they can give you. There's pictures of it, pictures of guns. They'll be like, oh, ghost guns, no cereal, all this stuff. And you do a deposit and it's like, that's it. Now they're selling your card to the real network.
Damn.
And if you've ever seen Emily the Criminal, whatever that movie is, it's pretty much very close to that.
It's a good racket.
Where they have people take a stolen credit card and then go into a store just to test it. Wow. And they'll like buy a small item, come back and give the card back to the boss.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You're like secret shopping for stolen cards.
Wow.
That's a crazy ass racket, dude.
Whoa.
Man, people be scamming too much.
That's smart as hell.
Why don't you get a job?
It's admirable because it's
That
like,
is their
dude, that
job.
brain in like the right capacity, the right place, could do like so much cool shit, you know?
Why don't they use it in the right place?
Because you don't make as much money.
Because they're lazy?
I think if that's what you know, you do what you know.